Today we are
Mga
to witness
kababayan,
the PAGASA new website soft launch. One of the projects in improving the services of PAGASA through the project enhancing the hydrometeorological hazards monitoring and risk assessment capabilities of PAGASA through the adoption and integration of NOAA operating system, which is DOST funded project. So without much ado, may I now request everyone to please rise for the singing the Philippine national anthem to be followed by a prayer.
mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiging Diyos ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuyak ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang lang matawag mo'y tagumpay na nagtitingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may matitingin. Lumanang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ibigaya na pagkay mga akin, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
If there's one more gift I'd ask of you, Lord, it would be peace here on earth, as gentle as your children's laughter all around, all around. Your people have grown weary of living in confusion. When will we realize that neither heaven is at peace? When we live not in peace, if there's one more gift I'd ask of you, Lord, it would be peace here on earth, as gentle as your children's laughter all around, all around. Grant me serenity within, for the confusions around are mere reflections of what's within me. If there's one more gift I'd ask of you, Lord, it would be peace here on earth, as gentle as your children's laughter all around, all around.
Thank you very much. You may now be seated as I request our administrator, Dr. Vicente Malano, for his welcome remarks, sir.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Good morning. Andito po sa atin ngayon si ating Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, Yusek Renato Suludum, Yusek Guevara, Engineer Sabularse, Yusek Yorobet. Hinahanap ko si si Yusek Halad hindi makita. Mga kasamahan sa Pag-asa, magandang umaga po at nandito po tayo ngayon to witness itong ating launching ng enhanced website ng Pag-asa. Enhance ba talaga or i-enhance pa lang? It is my pleasure to greet everyone to this very important occasion, the soft launching of the new DOST-PAGASA website. I warmly congratulate everyone who have made this project possible, which fits well with Pag-asa's direction of modernizing Pag-asa and becoming a reliable and effective arm of the government and as a source of comprehensive information on disaster risk reduction and mitigation. I would like to express our appreciation to the DOST President. Wala si CP? Ayun, nando. Hindi kita nakita Itong project na to, nag-umpisa ito nung last year pa. After nang natapos yung Pag-asa DOST NOAA project, para magkaroon tayo ng enhanced website at sa tulong ng ating PSHERD, led by the former Executive Director ng PSHERD, si Dr. C.P. David. At kaya nagkaroon po tayo ng project that started in June of last year. And I think it will be finished in May. As the agency mandated to provide hydrometeorological information, it is imperative for Pag-asa to enhance its hydrometeorological hazards monitoring and risk assessment capabilities by operating a web-based geographic data infrastructure or GDI, where stakeholders involved can provide and collaboratively share data online through a common web-based portal designed and maintained specifically for disaster risk reduction and management. This website collaboration will result in a science-based information system that will provide risk-based forecasts towards impact-based forecasting and warning, as well as risk assessment services for climate-sensitive and disaster-resilient planning for local government units. Finally, I am confident that the subsequent operation of the new and enhanced Pag-asa website will be a step toward delivering a system that will be at par with other international weather agency in providing timely risk assessment information. Again, my congratulations to everyone who is part of the enhancement of this Pag-asa website. Thank you and mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vicente Malano, our administrator of DOST Pag-asa. Now, for the opening remarks, let's hear from, as mentioned by Director Malano, the source of fund of our project. So it's but fitting that I call in Engineer Raul Sabularse, Deputy Executive Director of DOST PSHERD, for his opening remarks.
Gandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Can you hear me? Okay yung mic? Yeah, okay. Sabi mahina raw yung mic. So, Secretary De La Peña, Undersecretary Rowena Guevara, Undersecretary Carol Yorobe, Undersecretary Renato Solidum, all the of course, Dr. Malano and other officials of the DOST, my colleagues in government, to all the guests, magandang umaga po. If I may step back a bit, the DOST Central Office, PAGASA, and PShared initiated this, we may call a NOAA Integration Project. It is a long name, so I'll just call it a NOAA Integration Project, with the purpose of providing an improved system for hydrometeorological monitoring, weather forecasting, risk assessment, services and products, through the adoption of one of the most successful DOST-supported programs on disaster risk reduction and management, also known as the Nationwide Operational Assessment of Hazards, or NOAA program. And we, if I may borrow the words from Yusek Solidum, sometimes last year, I think he mentioned, he was being asked, is Noah dead? And he said, no. So we are at the stage of transitioning the results of the research and development to the actual operation of PAGASA, and ensuring that the skills developed as well as the data and systems that were put in place in providing risk information for all the Filipinos are utilized. Thus, this website as the window for accessing this information by the public as well as other stakeholders. At this point, we can say that the project was able to adopt and sustain the developed decision support system and products of the previous NOAA program, that will further enhance the capabilities of PAGASA personnel in hazards monitoring and risk assessment. The team has been continuously and successfully integrating the NOAA-based web GIS and its products, such as the Climate X, NOAA hazard maps, early warning systems, to the newly developed PAGASA website. And this is made possible through the continuous technology and knowledge transfer being done by the UP team, NOAA personnel, who provided training to PAGASA personnel, including, for example, the source code, web development, risk and hazard assessment, data generation, process protocol, exposure database, and methodologies. The project team has set up a 24/7 web GIS operational center that will provide timely and reliable information to all stakeholders. The new website was developed through comprehensive assessment of all available data sources, enhancement of design and layout, and the website and consultation with DOST concerned official to achieve a robust and competent 24/7 operational center. We can say that the system is now in place. And for PShared, as the monitoring agency, we shall go beyond the launching of this new website. And we shall be constantly on the lookout for new technologies that are developed by our research partners, and listen to the changing needs of the public as well as other stakeholders, so that we can truly say that the website is relevant. So, if I may again say, is NOAA dead? No. So congratulations to Pagasa and everyone else who contributed to making this a successful project. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Thank you very much, Engineer Raul Sabularse, the Deputy Executive Director of DOST-PAGASA. It's not, no, okay. So, another opening remarks, of course, will be delivered to us by Dr. Renato Zulidum Jr., the Undersecretary for Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change, the DOST, and the Supervising Undersecretary of PAGASA.
Magandang umaga to Honorable Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, Undersecretaries Rowena Guevara, Carol Yorobe, and to all the officials of DOST agencies. Special recognition to Dr. Carlos Primo David, now with UP, but formerly with PSHIRD, who was the funding agency for this project. To all our visitors, guests, especially the media, good morning. Ensuring the safety of communities, saving lives, ensuring that assets and properties are protected, and making sure that our economy and livelihood would not be affected by natural disasters would mean an effective and efficient early warning system. And this system must involve 4 major components. One would be monitoring and forecasting. Second is hazards and risk or impact assessment. Third is warning and communication of risk. And fourth would be appropriate and timely response. All of these are key to make sure that people's lives are safe whenever hydrometeorological events, like during the passage of typhoons and heavy rains, would occur. In this new website by Pagasa, or what we call Bagong Pag-asa, we hope to give different stakeholders different products or services that they can find in the new website of Pagasa. But to do this, we have to make sure that people understand what information are available and how this would be used during an ongoing event. For example, when a tropical cyclone, o sa Tagalog, or low pressure area, or namumuong sama ng loob, problema, walang magandang loob, no? Outside of the Philippine area of responsibility, you listen to the advisories of Pagasa. And then, they would tell you that there is ongoing possibility that there can be a tropical cyclone. And then they would forecast the track. All of these can be found in the website. The forecast will tell us the projected strength of wind, the projected rainfall that can be used as basis for the local government to decide whether they will evacuate at a certain time prior to the arrival of the tropical cyclone their barangays that are threatened by the various hazards. In Metro Manila and in urban areas which are flat, we can look at near real-time monitoring of the rain in the mountain and the river level gauges, such that when there is danger, there is a flood advisory, then people can evacuate to safety. However, in areas where the terrain is so difficult and mountainous and rugged, we cannot just rely on near real-time data because people will not have enough time to run or evacuate to safety. That is why the forecast is very important. We need to make sure that they also understand that certain areas are hazardous and there are areas that are safe. So we also need to remind them of the potential impact of the possible heavy rain or tropical cyclone and which areas will be affected. People will also have to understand the projected impact of the tropical cyclone that will pass through the area. All of this information can be given through the new Pag-asa website. So I congratulate the Pag-asa team for doing this, also for the monitoring agency, for continuously providing support, not only financial but also moral support, which is actually a job which is kind of difficult because you have to be dealing with many data sets coming from different sources. Our job, though, or PAGASA's job, is not finished because we will be only having a soft launch, and we invite everyone to give comments, give constructive criticisms, so that we can further improve the new website. We also need to make sure that local people, especially disaster managers, would understand the different products that will be shown here, and also products because of the modernization of PAGASA, and perhaps team this with other initiatives of DOST related to disasters, like the DATOS project of ASTI, financed by P-Shared DOST, where remote sensing images can be rapidly analyzed and given to appropriate agencies and local governments. Take note that this is a challenging job, and we hope that we will be able to provide updated information. And I have challenged the Deputy Administrator of PAGASA, Dr. Jun Dalida, because he's in charge of this. Note that the new website is called Bagong PAGASA. If this is not updated, I will call it Bagoong PAGASA, because Bagoong is marinated and will just stay stale, right? So, para maging Bagong PAGASA, dapat updated parati. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong lahat at magandang umaga.
Alright, thank you very much, Yusek Renato Zaludum. Malaking challenge po huwag tayong magiging bagoong. Kailangan bagong pag-asa talaga. Alright, so let's now hear a message from the Honorable Secretary of DOST, Professor Fortunato de la Peña, for his message, sir.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Pag ako'y nakarinig ng salitang pag-asa, depende kung ano ang kondisyon, depende kung nasaan ako at kung anong oras. Iba-iba hulugan, no? So sa hapagkainan namin, pagka pinag-usapan ng pag-asa, ito ay tinapay. Merong pag-asang tinapay dun sa aming lugar, ano? Pagka naman ako'y maraming problema, ang pag-asa talaga hope. Okay? Pagka naman ako'y nagpunta sa SM, ang pag-asa yung address ng SM, no? Siyempre, ang pag-asa talaga yung Weather Bureau, no? At ngayon may bago na naman tayo, bagong pag-asa. So may panglima ng kahulugan sa akin ito. So I would like to thank everyone who took their time to attend this event. Of course, our officials and technical people and staff from Pag-asa are all here. We have visitors who have been supporting the projects of Pag-asa. I have my colleagues at the Department of Science and Technology. We have our researchers like Dr. Paringit. We have our OCD representatives, of course, people from media. And I think instead of giving a long message, I just would like, and I'm interested to find out who are the people behind this website other than Dr. Dalida. So Dr. Dalida, can you call all your technical people who are behind this website, ask them to go to this stage, and so the people will know who are working on this very important project. This project, as we all know, websites communicate the vision, mission, products and services of our agencies to the general public. So in this particular case, the website can also be viewed as a platform, okay? And this time for a meteorology ICT nexus. So, akit kayo lahat. Magsisimula tayo. Hindi ko alam kung present kayo lahat, ano? Pero I have the list here of our staff who have developed and will be running our Bagong Pag-asa website. Okay. Ano napansin nyo? Walang matanda, ano? Ang matatanda nandyan sa table. At pinag-uusapan yung matanda, I want to pay my respects to Dr. Amadore. Tumayo ka, Dr. Amadore. Our former administrator, retired administrator. Alam ninyo, ang mga scientists habang tumatanda ay, at habang gamit ang utak, mahalaga pa, lalo. Mas mahirap yung hindi ginagamit. Okay. So, we have, of course, Dr. Dalida as the project leader of this project, supported by PShared, and I would like to thank, of course, PShared, CP in particular, even if you have already returned to UP, you still belong to us. So we have, isa-isahin ko, sabihin lang nyo kung present, John Paul Fernandez. Ayun, si John Paul. John Damasco. Ayun, si John. Pamela Almojuela. Nagra-rhyme, ano? Pamela Almojuela. Alan Punsalan. Alan is there. Jonald Castañeda is here. We have John Christopher Apuli. Ayun, sa likod. Okay. We have Angelica Cabasag. Scholar ka ba namin? Hindi. We have Kevin Peña Serrada. Kevin. Risa Marie Fausto. Risa. We have Ian Oliver del Rosario. We have Mark Adrian Moralista. Ayun. We have John Carl Ilarde, who is the lead person on exposure GIS data. John Ilarde. We have Christine Protasio, who is the lead in our impact-based forecast warning. We have King Seus Biong. Ayun. Bako, 100%, ano? Genesis Badajos. There is Genesis. We have Louis John Sebeses, the Pag-asa Web GIS lead person. And we have John Ryan Fructoso, who is the lead for the Pag-asa Web GIS. I have already introduced Dr. Amadore, and we also have Nancy Lance. Is Nancy here? Nancy is there, of course, from Pag-asa, who is the assistant, halika dito, project leader. And John Dalida also, can we have a photo op? With Director Malano and Yusek Solidum. Okay? And Yusek Guevara and Yusek Riorobe. You know, before we had a Yusek for disaster risk reduction, we had the USEC for R&D, and of course, our dear CP and dear Raul, and kaya nilo din ba itong project na to? Kanino ba to? Sino nagsusupervise? Ha? Si Nilo. Okay. So halika kayo dito. At, teka, baka hindi tayo makita dito. Doon tayo sa gawiron. Oo. Sa baba tayo. Baba na yung iba. Baba na yung iba. Okay. Okay. Yan. Okay. Dito, pwede ka dito sa baba. Hindi, dito ka sa taas. Pwede pa bumaba yung iba. Yung mga girls, okay na dito. Oh, pwede ka na dito. Ayun po sila. Ayun pa sila. Sa gitna. Sa gitna kayo. Bumaba, maluwag pa. Oh. Ay, dito. Si Phil, okay ka na? Kasya pa. Baba pa. Sino pa yung bumaba ka na? Okay? O, yan. Ito po ang bagong Pag-asa website. Oh, yung ano, yung sa TV. Alin ba GMA dyan? Okay na? Halika na, Tani. Okay. Salamat. Thank you. Sige, hindi pa ako tapos. As I was saying, this website will also serve as a technology platform, okay, for our new meteorology and ICT nexus that shows the recent scientific and technological advances in forecast and warning technology through the web on one hand and ICT through the internet on the other hand. In this connection, we appreciate the potential contribution of media who are present here in making this new Pag-asa website an effective communication tool. And lastly, let us probably appreciate that meteorology has become a very dynamic science. No? So yung mga meteorologists dito, taas ang kamay. Sino mga meteorologists dito? Taas ang kamay. Palakpakan natin ang mga meteorologists. Okay? Alam niyo, diniscuss sa cabinet yung pagluluwag ng pagpasok ng yung bang mobility ng professionals, ano? Isa ito sa mga areas na ibinukas nila, ano? Yung meteorology, yung practitioners ng weather forecasting. Anyway, so we have seen the recent advances in monitoring and forecasting tools, including satellite and radar, remote sensing, and when you hear remote sensing, you remember Dr. Paringit, of course, the idol in remote sensing, and numerical weather prediction models. Today, everybody else has access to the internet and social media, and it's really high time that Pag-asa should communicate the outcome of these advances to its clientele through this new website. So, yung mga objectives ng project, I think diniscuss na, hindi ko alam kung diniscuss ni Raul kanina, but definitely there are three major milestones here. Setting up the Pag-asa 24/7 Web GIS Operations Center that incorporates all the advances that we have obtained by acquiring technology from outside, by developing technology on our own, yung mga R&D projects that we have funded in the past, okay? We have taken advantage of those developments and they are now used in this Pag-asa, bagong Pag-asa website. So, included in this is the development of hydrometeorological hazards exposure database. So dito, gamit na gamit yung mga hazard map na dinevelop through the LiDAR technology as part of the big NOAA program. And of course, the ultimate deliverable is the provision of refined forecast and risk information for impending extreme weather events, particularly to our National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Committee, and of course to OCD, and to all the, shall we say, the organizations that are involved, okay, in disaster risk reduction management. So, kahapon, na-realize ko na talagang nasa level na ng LGU yung disaster risk reduction management. So I went to the wake of my former driver who passed away, retired na siya doon sa DOST. He lives in Taguig, and I went there at 2 o'clock. Okay? So wala masyadong tao. So in a few minutes, the mayor of Taguig arrived. Okay? Apparently, she has employees that are related to the family of the deceased person, and she introduced the employee. They are in the DRRM office of Taguig City. So nakita ko talaga there are people who are really taking care of DRRM at the local government level. And so these are really very welcome developments. I would like to congratulate PAGASA. Hindi tayo binigyan ng PAGASA dito sa ating put together ng mga na-develop na technologies so that we can communicate better and we can improve our services to the public. So, wala nang dahilan para ako'y matakot pagka may bagyo dahil alam ko namang ang PAGASA ay alerto na dito. No? Kung minsan, pupunta pa rin ako sa PAGASA pag sobrang lakas ng ulan at ako'y natatakot na, pupuntahan ko sila at doon ko nakikita 24/7 talaga ang PAGASA. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Okay, thank you very much, Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, Department of Science and Technology, for that message. Now, let's walk through the PAGASA new website, as this is presented to us by Dr. Landrico Udalida Jr., the Deputy Administrator for Operations and Services and the leader of the project.
Salamat, Venus. Maraming salamat po sa pagdalo. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. The main objective of the project is to enhance the hydrometeorological hazard monitoring and risk assessment capabilities of PAGASA through the adoption and integration of NOAA operating system with that of PAGASA. But since there were no actual migration, the team has to construct a new website for PAGASA, and hence this website. So NOAA website was also integrated some of these features with that of the current. So some of these features are of course, the hazard maps, and the ASTI sensors are integrated to this PAGASA website. Okay. So hence, this is the homepage of the new or bagong PAGASA website. Okay, let me give you the weather product and services found in this new website. First, we have the weather forecast and tropical cyclone warning. This includes the 24-hour public weather forecast, if there is a typhoon in the Philippine area of responsibility, the 5-day weather outlook for tourist areas, the severe weather bulletin, if there is a typhoon, 6-hour tropical cyclone warning, but if it's 24-hour before the landfall, we make it a 3-hourly tropical cyclone warning until the duration. And then we have an hourly tropical cyclone update. So talagang monitored natin, well-monitored ang mga bagyo during these occurrences. We also cater with the shipping forecast and tropical cyclone warning for shipping. And if there is a, wala po naman bagyo sa area of responsibility, but there is a high wind over the coastal areas, we gave gale warning. Also, we have the storm warning, the aviation meteorological services. So we serve also the aviation industry. The rainfall warning system, this is the everyday na binibigay po namin na rainfall warning system. We have the 5 PRSDs that give the local rainfall warning in their area of responsibility. And of course, this thunderstorm alert system. Ito po ay naka-embed na po at nakasama po dito sa new website. And then for the flood forecasting and warning services, it includes the basin flood bulletins for telemetered basin. We have 5 telemetered basin po, no? The Pampanga, Agno, Bicol, and the Cagayan. So the PABC, these are the telemetered basin po at meron po tayo mga advisories na binibigay dyan sa kanila. And of course, for the non-telemetered basin, we have also the dam discharge warning information during the spilling operation of the monitored dams. Also included in this flood forecasting warning services, the community-based flood early warning system. Localized na po yan. Of course, and then we have the daily hydrological forecast during the non-flood watch. And of course, we have also the climate and farm weather services. We also cater with the farmers, the daily farm weather forecast and advisories, the 10-day Philippine Agro-Climatic Review and Outlook. And then, of course, this El Nino and La Nino Watch Advisory. Ito po lagi ang in-emphasize natin. And we have almost a La Nina, no? Then also included is the monitoring and prediction of seasonal rainfall, the climate projection for climate change adaptation activities. This is very important. Nagbibigay po ng pag-asa ng 50-year to 100-year climate change projection. Of course, we also included the services sa pag-asa yung R&D. We have many, we conduct R&D for hydromet, tropical cyclone meteorology, weather modification, met and hydro instrument, and on astronomy, space sciences, and application. So aside from the operation, we also conduct researches. We also have the storm chaser team. Lalo na po pag tagbagyo, we give the real-time information using we dispatch the storm chaser team to give us the real-time situation, situation of the weather in the area. So meron po tayo sa 4 na region, meron po tayo yan sa buong Pilipinas. We conduct calibration, repairs, and testing. So for the whole country, with respect to barometer and other related equipment of weather, ang pag-asa po ang nagbibigay o nagkakalibrate at nagre-repair po nito sa buong Pilipinas. We assist also the researcher from different school, colleges, universities, and other agencies. So we collaborate with the academe. Another services that we have is the astronomical services. We give the Philippine Standard Time. So nanggagaling po sa pag-asa ang Philippine Standard Time. We also promote the astronomy through stargazing, telescoping session, and planetarium shows. And of course, planetary tours in selected areas in Luzon. These are all included in the new website po, no? Ito po yung nakikita po natin. And of course, now the new website, this is the features of the new website. It is simple, responsive, user-friendly, interactive, and GIS-based web maps. So, we make a walkthrough, no, sa ginawa po ng team. First, we have the responsive sidebar. Ito po yung mga bagong inilagay namin sa bagong website natin. Ipakikita po natin na maya dyan kung paano ginagamit yung sidebar, no? So, we click them and all the weather, flood, tropical cyclone, climate, learnings and products, etc. ay nandiyan po. Clickable po yan. Of course, the new one at the current weather. Nakikita po yan. Lahat po ng places in the Philippines, pwede nyo i-click dyan at makikita po ang current weather all over Philippines. Then we have the 5-day weather forecast. Ito yung kailangan ng mga, of course, the general public and of course, the mga ating, mga may pupuntahan kayo to plan, no? Planners. We have the 5-day weather forecast. Ito yung mga bago natin. And of course, the new one also is the meteogram. We give you the hourly update of all the different the parameters here included are the temperature and the pressure. And we will try also to give the humidity, no? So hourly po ito, nakikita po 24 hour. Hourly forecast, no? Hourly forecast. Then we have also the active warning. Meaning, if you click that, it can give you either if it's a tropical cyclone, if we have an active warning for tropical cyclone, heavy rainfall or flood, this will give you the alert and advisories for light to severe hazard, weather disturbances like, as I've said, the tropical cyclone, flood, storm surge, thunderstorm, and rainfall at a glance. Then we have also the map layers, display map layers, the radar satellite, the current weather, weather station, contour map, active warning, etc. We also have the radar mosaic or the radar composite. Actually, this is the radar composite of all the 14 radars that we have in the region. Makikita na rin po dyan. This is the actual rainfall situation sa area. Then another is the Himawari and COMS rainfall intensity can be seen also in that monitoring tools like the satellite, the Himawari and COMS satellite. Also included is the current weather from PAGASA Synoptic Station. Nakikita rin po dyan. The weather station point data, both PAGASA and ASTI. So, included na po rito sa atin ang ASTI equipment na na-turn over this year at kasama na po rito ang PAGASA instrument. So, we have a 1,200 for the ASTI and almost 800 for the PAGASA. So, integrated na po dyan. Ito po yung kailangan ng mga local government or the community for the rainfall situation in their area. And then we have here also the temperature for the whole Philippines. We can have the contour map of this for the temperature and humidity. Also, we have the display hazard icon and map with clickable function. Ito po yung sinasabi natin, active warning. When you say, this is the display hazard for the tropical cyclone, or floods, or the thunderstorm, pwede po natin makita dyan using the active warning. For example, for interactive warning, dito sa area, pag kinlik mo yung icon na yon, it can give you the information, detailed information about the warning when the hazard icon were clicked. Then we have the additional map data view through PAGASA's weather monitoring tool. Makikita po natin dito, nandito po lahat ang mga weather map quick links. For example, one of these is the hazard map links. You can click for the flood, storm surge, and landslide of the area. No? So this is the NOAA product displayed in PAGASA weather monitoring tool. And this is the example of a NOAA product flood hazard display in the weather monitoring tool. We have the 5-year flood hazard, the 25-year, and 100-year flood hazard map. Also, we have it can also display the PAGASA's numerical prediction products. So the WRF model used to give us the rainfall situation in any part of the country. Then, as I have said, PAGASA and ASTI automatic weather station, automatic rain gauges, and water level station are all in this website. You can access all of this equipment. So we have an ASTI and PAGASA automatic weather station, 8RG and WLS. Ito yung parang detailed niya, no? The detailed PAGASA and ASTI station we have. Then we have this PAGASA monitoring tool. Ito po yung tinakakita natin na nandoon na po lahat ang, mamaya no, makikita namin, nandoon na lahat ang radar, ang ating mga coastal radar, mga location, yung CCTV, and all other weather monitoring tools na pwedeng magamit sa area natin for weather forecasting. So, nandun po lahat sila included dito sa PAGASA monitoring tools. And of course, we have the latest weather information through live streaming. No? Ang ating ano dyan ay ang head ng weather forecasting. At you can click that and you can hear the live streaming or the latest weather forecast for the day. So, ano po yan. So, these are all included po sa bago natin. And we have a video, meron tayong video no, na after this no, na to give us the walkthrough pa rin doon sa nangyari sa sinabi ko kanina. No? Okay, please. Talaga ako.
The current weather panel displays the real-time weather condition. It shows temperature, wind speed, precipitation, and humidity. The current weather also shows the image of a selected city. The 5-day weather outlook and mediagram is a graphical representation of the 5-day weather forecast. The mediagram displays temperature, precipitation, wind speed, and air pressure. Sidebar menu is a new feature created to easily access PAGASA products. Tropical cyclone alert shows any active tropical cyclone warning or tropical storm. It also shows the affected areas with signal warnings. The PAGASA interactive map displays active warnings like flood advisory, rainfall, and tropical cyclone. It also displays satellite, 24-hour weather forecast, contour, and others. Weather Research Forecast or WRF is a numerical weather prediction system for forecasting weather parameters, temperature, wind, and others. WRF displays hourly, 3-hourly, 5-hourly up to daily hazard maps from Project NOAA. The flood hazard maps displays the 5-year flood, 20-year flood, and 100-year flood hazard. Weather maps from PAGASA. The PAGASA maps display Doppler radar, landslides, and storm surge. Way forward for idealized typhoon wind model for impact-based forecasting and warning. Way forward for idealized typhoon wind model for impact-based forecasting and warning.
Okay. I forgot to mention that the flood hazard map, which was displayed in NOAA website, is courtesy of Dr. Eric Paringit. Baka magalit sa akin. Yung mga flood hazard map ay from the project of Dr. Eric Paringit. We're very grateful to Dr. Eric Paringit. And of course, the Climate X by Dr. C.P. David ay na-include na rin po namin. No? But as of now, naka-down, kaya hindi namin naka-ano yung kay sa Climate X. So Climate X and the work of flood hazard map of Dr. Paringit was also included in the new website. Okay? Walkthrough. Saan tayo? So way forward. Ito pa po yung aming gagawin. As I've said, ito ang soft launch and the project will end on May. So in May, magkakaroon pa po tayo ulit ng talagang launching na kompleto na po. So dito sa way forward, we are here, no? Testing and soft launching, ito pa po tayo. Conduct testing on stakeholders and survey to users. Test all functionalities. So dito po sa refinement, ito po yung sinasabi namin na yung hazard map including the provision of impact-based forecasting. Yung pinakita po kanina na huling sa video, yun po ang pinakamagandang output nitong ating website dahil during the tropical cyclone occurrences, pag nakita natin na meron within 24 hour ay tatamaan ng Surigao, meron na po tayong projection na how many people will be affected, how many light materials houses will be destroyed. No? So makikita po rito na this will be used by the DSWD para makita nila kung paano nila i-augment yung kanilang mga tulong doon sa area. So ito po, dito namin gagamitin, tatapusin dito sa ilalagay namin sa website. So impact-based forecasting and warning for flood, storm surge, severe winds. No? And then of course, the PUMIS data, ito po yung isa sa mga project ng Climatology and Agrometry Division wherein all the database of since 1945, no? Na naka-embed sa ay historical data ay nakalink na rin po sa amin. And this can be used by the academe for the shared data. Well, and then of course the analyzed map, risk map and climate projection kasama po, no? Isasama po, i-refine pa po natin. Also during February and March, we will implement changes based on the pre-testing and survey test changes and gather all SAO data and add to site. Ito yung sinasabi ni Ma'am Geb kanina na yung acceptability nung no, dito siguro i-implement namin yung acceptability ng website wherein is this helpful? Are this data helpful to the local community, lalo sa mga DILG? Acceptable pa nila ito? It is more friendly, no? At nandiyan po lahat ng mga data. So, isasama po namin sa survey and acceptability doon sa refinement po namin. And of course, this is the full-blown operationalization within April to May. Ito na po yung end of the project. And the operationalization will include the promotion and IEC. We will conduct again the press con and the capacity building of LGU and stakeholders. Of course, we will deliver the complete design and fully functioning website. And then, of course, the maintenance. So with that po, ito po yung aming way forward. Up to May, we will promise that this will be operational. And for the current web, the current Pag-asa web can be accessed through the Android mobile, yung mga app natin sa Android lang po muna, the RSS feeds, the common alerting protocol within the Google, na nakalagay na po kami sa Google. Yung mga team natin from Google, nandito sa researcher natin, The podcast and audio live stream, we have the mobile widget. Of course, from the social media, the Twitter and Facebook. So this Pag-asa new website can be accessed in this link. http://bagong.pagasa.dost.gov.ph. And of course, yung ating pong current Pag-asa website, www.pagasa.dost.gov.ph. With that po, maraming salamat and thank you very much po.
Thank you very much, Dr. Landrico Dalida Jr., Deputy Administrator for Operations and Services and the project leader for that walkthrough of the Pag-asa new website. So at this point, let's hear a response from Dr. Rowena Cristina Guevara, Undersecretary for Research and Development of the Department of Science and Technology. Doc Gev, please.
Secretary Boy, Yusek Rene, Yusek Carol, Administrator Vic, Dr. CP, Deputy Executive Director Raul, our friends from Pag-asa, the deputies of Pag-asa, our friends from the University of the Philippines, and most especially our friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. On March 2015, I was appointed as Undersecretary for Scientific and Technological Services. And part of my job was to supervise Pag-asa and FIVOX. I remembered going to Pag-asa for the first time and dinala ni Vic Malano lahat nung kanyang heads of kanyang mga division sa kay mga deputies niya. Sabi ko, kasi kailangan technology transfer of NOAA to Pag-asa. Yun yung main task ko at that time. So sabi ko, kailan kaya matatransfer fully yung NOAA sa Pag-asa? So we had a long talk, we had a long discussion, tapos daming sama ng loob na lumabas. Siyempre kasama talaga yun, And then, ang maganda, at the end of that meeting, I remember clearly, ang sagot ng Pag-asa was, challenge accepted. Do you remember that, Vic? Okay. And I'm very glad today, I'm finally seeing that the challenge that they accepted in March 2015 is now a reality. Congratulations to Pag-asa. I am very happy to see the new website. And kanina, tinetest ko siya. Some of the features are already working. Some are not yet working. Sabi ni Vic, kayang-kaya daw yan kasi Amazon yung ginagamit nila. Saka they have servers that are very powerful. Ang imagination ko, after the media talks about this, daming mag-a-access ng website. So magagawa yung tinatawag na user acceptability test biglaan. You will get a barrage of users trying to access the website. So I trust that Pag-asa is ready for that barrage of users. Kasi ako, user na kaagad ako kanina pa lang nung nakita ko na pinost nila. And then the other thing is, I think this is also a prime example of the change in the mindset. Kasi paulit-ulit na sinasabi kanina ni Dr. Dalida yung research and development. And makikita ninyo when the Harmonized National R&D Agenda was presented in October of 2016 and February of 2017, and in its final approved form last August, approved by NEDA, presented to the President and the Cabinet last September, there is a Section 5, which is Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change Adaptation, crafted by Pag-asa and FIVOX, led by Yusek Rene Solidum. In fact, nag-submit na sila ng sandamukal na proposals for R&D. And as Yusek for R&D, I'm very happy to see that kasi proactive na ngayon. Rather than hintayin namin kung ano maging result ng R&D, tapos saka i-transfer, saka gagamitin, Pag-asa na nagsasabi, ito yung gusto naming gagawing research. So with that, I am really very happy for Pag-asa. And again, congratulations. Thank you for accepting the challenge and delivering. Magandang umaga po.
Maraming salamat, Doc Giv, for that response. Tama po yun. Naalala ko yung challenge accepted. All right. So, at this point, I'd like to acknowledge the arrival of representative from OCD. Okay. But I think, as I was instructed, Michelle B. Ruiz, the chief of the NDROMC division of OCD-NCR, will give a response. Shelby.
Good morning, Secretary De La Peña, Yusek Solidum, Yusek Guevara, and Director Malano. So, actually, I would like to thank you first of all for inviting the Office of Civil Defense, Central Office in the National Capital Region, for sharing with us the new website. So, now being with the National Capital Region, and we are strengthening the Metro Manila Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, we find this website very important, very user-friendly, and very good in our decision-making activities. So rest assured, this will be presented to our member agencies and the local government units, and we will also be requesting our local government unit representatives to give their comments on the website. But looking at the video, it is really very informative and very user-friendly, so at my point of view. So congratulations, sir. You were able to unite both two different systems and giving one website that would really give impact not only to the disaster managers and decision makers, but also to the local community members, the understanding on what to expect if there would be a disaster that would come, particularly hydrometeorological and, of course, the impact in agriculture. Again, thank you very much on behalf of our Regional Director, Romulo M. Cabantac, and also, of course, the Executive Director and the RMC, and Administrator, Office of Civil Defense, Yusek Halad. So thank you very much, and again, congratulations to Pag-asa and to the team that has developed the software. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shelby Ruiz, the Chief of the NDROMC Division of the Office of Civil Defense NCR, for that response. So, according to our program, of course, we now go direct to the question and answer from the media who are here with us. I think based on the messages, based on the presentation, we'll just go on with the questions and answer. But at this point, may I request Secretary De La Peña, Yusek Solidum, Yusek Guevara, Engineer Sabolarse, Dr. Malano, of course, to please occupy the presidential table as we now entertain questions from the media. Thank you. Okay, so allow me first to acknowledge the media friends who are here with us today. We have Nicole Agrimas of GMA7, Cedric Castillo also of GMA7, Ray Pelayo of UNTB. We have Roy Martinez and Georgia Al Carmen of Manila Times. Then we have Kevin Tristan Espiritu and Ricky Galungkung of Manila Bulletin, Lino Tabangcora, Tubong Banwa and brother, and Alan Aguya of IBC 13. And lastly, we have Miss Estrella Gallardo from Manila Newsweek and the president of Mega Journal. All right. So, anyone now? Yes, Cedric Castillo, GMA7. Please use the microphone over there. Thank you.
Sirs and ma'ams, good morning po. Cedric Castillo from GMA7. Sir, since it's a soft launch pa po, what do we expect now when we access the new website po, yung bagong Pag-asa? What do we expect to see po?
Yes, as I have said, we give already the access of this new website at lahat ng present natin nanduro na po. And of course, ang way forward nga po natin dahil yung iba pang mga hazard map na ibibigay nila Dr. Paringet and of course the climate X of Dr. C.P. David ay integrate natin at of course the end of May, this will be completely operational. So lahat po ng mga data ron, clickable, easy to access, at it will be shared to everybody.
All right. Sir, quick follow-up.
So, ang meron ngayon po, sabi ko nga namin, yung flood hazard map natin, ano, yung mga hazard maps nandun na po, no? Yung storm surge, the floods, and of course, we have the 5-year, 20, the return period of floods, nandun na rin po. And of course, the real-time data natin, nandun rin. At of course, yung ating radar composite all over the Philippines, makikita mo yung actual rainfall sa area, no? Yung real-time data makikita po natin doon. So, and of course, yung clickable din po ron, yung weather in every selected cities in the Philippines, clickable na rin po ron. Real-time data po.
Alright. Sir, magsa-soundbite, hingi lang ako ng soundbite sa inyo, sir. Can you give us a practical scenario? Say, alam mo, sir, tulungan ko na po kayo. Halimbawa, I am traveling to Legazpi tomorrow, and then ang balita ko is may bagyo. How do I utilize the website, sir?
Doon sa kapag in times of tropical cyclone in the Philippine area of responsibility, doon sa makikita mo sa mapa, naka-project na roon yung yung bagyo. So naka-plot na roon ng bagyo, real time. Typhoon track, nakalagay na roon. And of course, clickable din doon, anong mga signal ang included doon sa areas. Kasi may mga icon yun, no? I-click mo yun, makikita mo lahat ng mga provinces na under signal number 1, 2, 3, 4. So makikita mo rin real time. So if you're going to Legazpi, Manila to Legazpi, makikita mo ano yung mga signal number na included doon. So of course, sa lahat ng mga sa maritime, pag may signal number 1, wala na talaga yon, no? At sa airline, makikita mo rin siguro, pwede mo na lang i-ano. But of course, kalimitan kapag may mga signal sa provinces, yung airline and of course sa aviation and of course sa maritime, kalimitan nasa suspend doon. So yun ang practical, no? And of course kung naka-Android ka, pwede mo i-click doon. Loadable yung doon, yung apps namin. So you can also, yung makikita mo sa website, makikita mo rin mismo doon sa iyong apps.
So for now, sir, may app na siya sa Android?
Yes, of course. Right. Sa Android lang muna, no? Sa iPad, ilan pa natin.
Sir, last on my part, sir. How do you guarantee, sir, that it will be, it can sustain operation, yung operation niya, considering ang dami-daming data niya na i-incorporate doon, tsaka real-time po na pumapasok?
Yung aming website naka-host sa Amazon, kaya guaranteed yung kahit na marami yung papasok, naka-guarantee yun na hindi siya mabubulunan dahil Amazon na yung ating nag-host ng ating website.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have question from Nicole, Online News GMA.
Hello, good morning po. Ang tanong ko po, congratulations po muna for the new website. And then my question is, narinig ko po kanina na sinabi ni Dr. Dalida na may mga practical na use itong website. For example, yung projected impact ng tropical cyclone. So pwede po bang elaborate kung ano yung epekto na yun bukod dun sa mga signals? Kasi meron naman pong ganun na ngayon, di ba? Para makikita na natin sa website yung areas na may warning signal. Tapos may sinabi po kayo kanina na para makatulong yung pag-respond po ng DSWD and other related agencies. So ano po bang impact yung tinutukoy nyo? Makikita ba yung projected damage to property, yung mga ganung bagay, sir?
Yung nakalagay doon na, hindi ko alam kung pang ilang slide yung pinakita. May nakikita mong iba-ibang kulay na blue, tapos habang tumatakbo yung bagyo, nandoon yung risk related sa hangin. Tapos yung nakalagay doon, ano yung level ng risk, depende doon sa kung saan nandoon yung bagyo. So kung halimbawa ito yung dadaanan ng bagyo, nakalagay dito sa bandang gitna na high. Yan. Kung bandang gitna, nandun yung high risk. In terms of hangin pa lang yon. So sa ulan, mayroon tayong rainfall warning. At doon sa sinasabi mo na kung ilan ba ilang bahay ba, isasama natin yon. Ito yung kasama natin sa way to go.
So sa ngayon, hindi pa po siya naka-reflect sa website?
Hindi pa yan.
Okay, sir.
May, no.
Right. So safe to say, sir, na by May, we can see on the new PAGASA website that the PAGASA can actually say how much projected damage a tropical cyclone can cause.
Tama.
Right. So thank you. My next question is, bago man po yung website, paano po natin masisigurado na yung contents ng website ay matatransmit kung saan nandun maraming tao? For example, Facebook, Twitter, ano po bang relation or coordination sa social media?
Ang iniisip namin dito is pupuntahan namin magkakaroon kami ng IEC information campaign para maipaliwanag doon sa ating mga disaster managers, LGU, DRRMOs, na mayroon tayong ganito na kung ang isa pa sa iniisip namin is kung paano pa talaga ma-improve para magiging magagamit nila yung ating information.
Instagram, ganon.
Meron yan sa Facebook at sa Instagram. Sa social media.
So lalabas din sa social media, di ba? Pagka may mga alerts, meron din
lahat,
sa ano.
Actually ngayon, yung YouTube natin is naka-live stream yun eh. Kung halimbawa mayroon tayong event na inaasahan, merong mga forecasters, updated nga every 12 hours, yung ating YouTube. Pag may bagyo, merong naka-live stream 3 times a day, every 3 hours.
Ito po, sir, medyo on the management and administration part. Pwede po bang malaman kahit figure kung magkano po ang budget at nagastos natin sa pag-build at develop ng bagong website na to?
Ikaw.
This project was actually sponsored by the Fisher, worth 14 million pesos.
1 4. All right. Okay. Thank you po.
Hi po, sir. Nabanggit niyo po din na yung pong mga data po ng Project NOAA na ginamit na po dito. Lahat po ba ginamit nung galing po sa Project NOAA?
Kung nakita nyo kanina yung pinresent ni Dr. Dalida, yung hazard maps, tsaka yung, kasi yung UP Dream LiDAR na project din, doon gamit na gamit yon. Tapos doon kanina pinalabas.
Correction lang, it is NOAA program, ha? Hindi project, program. Kasi yung program, 20 mga projects yun eh.
So program po.
Yung program ang ginamit.
Maraming projects within, hindi lahat naman ng NOAA program, the projects within the NOAA program ay nandoon dahil hindi naman lahat ng projects within the NOAA program ay para sa pag-asa.
So alin lang po kinuha niyo, sir?
Yung para sa pag-asa ng kamukha ng hazard maps, yung mayroong nakalagay doon kung ilang year return period, may 5 year, 20 years.
For floods po, sir.
For flood. Ang landslide ba nandito? Storm surge. Actually, storm surge, ang part din ng NOAA yun. Pag-asa din ang proponent nun.
Sir, nakita ko po yung parang yung pinapakita niyo kanina, may mga red. Ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng mga red na yon, yung mga hazard map? Orange or red po yung kulay?
Sa flood hazard map. Yung may meaning yung kulay doon. Kung kulay pula, yun yung very high yung risk niya. Tapos may medium risk, tapos may low.
Sir, yun po ba yung mga no-dwelling zone? Kasi parang sa NOAA po, sinasabi nila, pag yung mga red or orange na yun, mga no-dwelling zone po siya. The same po ba dun sa pag-asa po, yung sa atin po?
Yung sinasabi ng doon sa project na yun is recommendation yun na itong lugar na to is high risk. Hindi naman siguro sinasabi na no build zone.
Okay. Let me explain and I'll call a friend later. Anyway, the flood hazard maps are essentially low, moderate, high susceptibility. The conversion into no dwelling zone is a decision for recommendation. So right now, that flood hazard map was actually done under the DOST-supported project Dream LiDAR project, and the program leader or the project leader is here. Now, Dr. Paringit, so I can ask him to explain. But right now, UP and MGB are working out to harmonize the flood hazard maps, both from DNR, MGB, which was also used by NDRMC and UP. Can I ask Eric, please?
Kung natatandaan ko pa yung project. So yung yung tatlo po yung nakikita yung kulay, merong yellow, orange, saka red. Basically, ang orange po, ang sinasabi niya, you can achieve flood heights of up to half meter. And then yung orange po is up to half meter to 1.5 meters. And then yung red po ay 1.5 meters and up. Yun po yung parang basic na conversion po nung kulay as far as floods are concerned. And sa halip po na isang mapa na lang tinitingnan, 3 pong mapa, kasi the 3 maps represent 3 different rainfall scenarios. Kasi syempre, the flooding is a function of the amount of rainfall. So, ina-advise yung mga local government na gamitin yung map, depende sa kung anong ulan yung dumating o ano yung forecasted. Kaya maganda rin nakikita yung forecasted na rainfall kasi alam nila kung anong mga lugar ang kailangan ihanda. So, yun po.
Doon po ba sa hazard map, sir, masasuggest na po ba ngayon na dapat, kung merong mga lugar po doon na dapat nang i-relocate yung mga, kasi may nakikita po tayo dyan, mga residential areas, meron na po bang mga dapat i-relocate po doon?
So, sa tingin ko, yung hazard maps na yun, dapat maggamit yon para magkaroon ng comprehensive land use map or plan. Para doon nila ma-establish kung saan ba yung no-build zone, kung saan ba yung pwede kang gumawa, kung saan ba pwedeng evacuation center. Ganun yon. Yung based on that maps na na-produce ng UP Dream LiDAR.
Sir, sino po sa government agency or LGU po ba dapat pong
nasa LGU yung comprehensive land use plan na dapat sila yung gumawa.
Kasi sir, parang kung immediate na kailangan po silang ma-relocate dahil nga po nabibigay nyo na po yung hazard yung sa lugar, dapat na ba silang ngayon ay mag-relocate nga? Kasi kung alam naman po natin na madalas po, lalo na pag
sa tingin ko naman mayroon nang nagagawa yung, hindi siguro lahat, pero mayroon ng karamihan ng LGU na gumawa ng kanilang comprehensive land use plan dahil sa kanila binibigay yung mandato na gumawa sila ng kanilang CLUP.
Yung issue kasi na relocation kaagad yung choice mo is a wrong option. Kasi, remember, 5-year, 25-year, and 100-year flood events. These are used for different purposes. Yung iba dyan, for the design of infrastructure. So kung ang baha mo ay ganito lang kataas, half a meter, hindi ka naman mamamatay doon kung hindi ka abutin hanggang ilong. Diba? So your option there is evacuation. Pwedeng ang option mo, evacuation. Kasi ang karamihan kasi ng mag-decide ay ayaw nilang mabasa. Pwedeng mabasa ang bahay mo. Pero kung oras de peligro, wala ka doon. Diba? So pwedeng ang option na evacuation. That is why the different maps are used by the LGU to decide which options to take. Kung relocation ba, well and good. Kung yun yung purpose nila, ayaw man nilang mabasa. Kunyari sa Malabon, hindi naman pwedeng i-relocate mo yun eh. Nababaha na nga sila parate, right? So these maps are to guide the local government on what options to take and even the infrastructure plans of the local government.
Sir, ang isang question ko pa po yung how the public or the government, kung sino man po ang gustong gumamit, yung pong website din ngayon ng Project NOAA, paano po ba dapat i-treat ito ng public dahil may mga hazards din po sila doon na nakalagay din po?
Let me explain also na the rainfall information, the data are all from DOST. Okay? Produced either, developed through projects developed by ASTI and PAGASA. So the data are shared. Online pa rin yan. And you can access it through the traditional Project NOAA website, now UP NOAA. There's also the ASTI Field Sensors website and the new website. Now, when it comes to hazard maps, by government design, right now, the maps are actually used. For example, the flood, as mentioned earlier, under yan sa Dreamlider project, program leader si Dr. Paringit, they're now discussing with DNR on how they harmonize the maps. DNR's map is one map. It's a susceptibility map, which for me, and I agreed with Dr. Paringit, as I discussed it with him before, the susceptibility map of MGB can be treated as the 100-year flood event. So, ang gagawin ngayon nila, meron funding ang DNR, na, di ba? And they're harmonizing ano yung high, moderate, and low susceptibility na lalabas para ma-reflect yung data na nagawa in the three maps doon sa isang map ng DNR, which is more or less used for long-term planning and land use planning. So gagawin pareho yon. So dito sa website ng PAGASA, kunyari, merong 5, 25-year, and 100-year flood. What is the rainfall forecast? So is that rainfall forecast the rainfall amount that would trigger the 5-year flood event or the 20? So gagamitin nila as basis for evacuation. Ginagamit yun. It will be still be there. But how you use the data is the more important thing.
Sir, yun po bang, total galing naman po ng DOST din itong sa Project NOAA, yun pong, like yung sa alluvial hazard po ata yun, yung sa mga debris flow, yun po ba validated po yung mga lugar na kung saan, lalo na po yung parang red na mapa na
okay.
Maraming mga...
That's a landslide map, right?
Yes,
it is being validated. There is a difference in the perception of the map. An alluvial fan is a landform. It does not mean if it's an alluvial fan, it's high danger zone. Ganito yan. Pag may ilog, natabunan ng isang part, mataas na siya. So lilipat na yung baha dito. Pero hindi yan bigla ang lilipat. So it does not mean alluvial fan ka, high danger na yan sa landslide or flood. It is dependent on the topography. That is why may paradigm, may perception difference yan. So, pagdating doon sa flood and landslide, alam nyo DNR yan, di ba? So, yung sa flood, inaayos na. Sa landslide, pagdating sa alluvial fan, you have to be very careful in interpreting if it's really during that rainfall event ay magkaka-debris flow doon.
Kasi sir, pag tinignan mo doon sa website nila, makikita mo, ang daming red talaga parang,
na hindi naman maapektuhan in the particular rainfall event. Kaya nga, you have to be very careful. So in the government, in the NDRMC, we look at what is being presented and evaluate the rainfall. So makikita nyo at the NDRMC, bago dumating yung mga bagyong Orduha and Vinta, we discuss. PAGASA provides the rainfall forecast for 3 days and continuing updated. And DNR, MGB would look at the areas with high susceptibility, whether it's debris flow or flood, and see if the rainfall forecast would be more than 100 millimeters of rain. Then once they identify which areas will experience more than 100 millimeters of rain, they will tell the ILG, ito yung mga listahan ng mga bayan and barangay. So that's how we use it.
Even if nakikita nila doon sa website ng Project NOAA, they have to confirm it to the government agency na nagbibigay.
Pagdating sa landslide, yes, yun yung nangyayari. It is the process done by NDRMC. Kasi nga, the landslide map does not mean it will suffer landslide right away. Lalo na sa alluvial fan. Hindi pwedeng ganun yung interpretation.
Okay.
The official mandate is with MGB.
Thank you, sir.
Landslide.
Dagdagan ko yung sinasabi, no, yung tungkol sa hazard maps. Yung hazard maps ay ang isa sa pinakamagandang gamit doon is planning talaga. Pwede namang flood prevention sa pamamagitan ng paggawa ng structure. Kung halimbawa gumawa ka ng structure to prevent flood, kailangan mo pa bang i-evacuate yun kung ito yung design mo ng flood? 25-year period. So, hindi yung ang iisipin mo dahil mayroon kang hazard na yan, i-evacuate mo na, i-relocate mo na. May kasamang planning yon kung ito ba ay pwede pa na ma-prevent yung disaster through flood prevention.
Okay. Meron pa po tayong katanungan. Miss Esther. Biglang bumawi. Okay. Alright. Meron pa po. Sir, additional information from Dr. Paringet. Yes, please.
Pang ano lang po. Siguro yung para makita yung kabuuan. Tatlo po yung gamit ng mga mapa eh. Una, yun nga yung pagpaplano para masona natin kung ano yung tamang gamit sa kaukulang lugar. Halimbawa, appropriate ba ito for settlements, for residential, commercial, industrial, zoning, yun po yung unang gamit. Yung pangalawa po, yung pong intervention, yung ginagawa ng ating public works, gano'n, para maplano yung mga dike, dams, revetments, etc., yung mga flood protection. And then pangatlo pong gamit ng mga mapa ay para sa response. Ito na po yung mga emergency response preparation. So tatanda po tatlo yung gamit ng mga mapa na ito. So hindi lang po dapat din iisa na yung agad-agad relocation. Kasi marami naman silang pwedeng interventions. Depende po kasi sa mga LGUs, halimbawa, gusto nila, wala pa naman tao, so mas madali nga naman talagang mag-zone ng tama. Diba? Mahirap kasi mag-zone na, i-rezone ko na to non-residential, ang dami na nakatira sa gilid halimbawa ng ilog, di ba? So, doon nagkakaroon ng issue. So, ang decision ko minsan ng government o ng local government ay gawa na lang naman sila ng intervention. Tataasan na lang yung dike, gagawa ng flood control, ng pump, for example. Ganon yung nagiging response. Pero pag meron pa rin makulit, ito na yung sinasabi ng presidente natin, meron talaga makulit, ang pinakamagandang magawa para sa kanila, yun nga, response at saka preparation. Naabisuhan na sila bago dumating at yun nga, alam na natin kung nasaan din sila, magkaroon ng preemptive evacuation or forced evacuation. At wag naman sana rescue kapag wala na talaga. Pero at least alam na natin. Ang easiest po kasi na target nun, titingnan lang yung halimbawa yung 5-year return period na mapa. At kung ano yung pula doon, check yun na yun yung kinakailangan talaga kaagad-agad ng atensyon ng government, whether it's national or local. Kasi sila po yung pinakamadalas tamaan talaga ng pagbaha.
Let me take this opportunity to explain. Walang maling hazard map. At yes, kaagad si Dr. Paring ito. Kasi hindi tayo magsabing tama siya, mali siya. Because maps are made differently, with different methodology, and with different purposes. No? So, yun yung inaayos ngayon between UP and MGB with, of course, facilitated also sometimes with DOST. Kasi hindi pwedeng sabihin, mali, tama kami, mali sila, o ganun ha. So, importante na maintindihan, maps are for different purposes and maps are made differently.
Okay, thank you. A question from Nicole is again acknowledged.
Mabilis lang po. Di pa po kasi functional yung lahat ng parts ng website, tinignan ko po. Ang concern ko po ay yung language po ba ng website ay madaling maintindihan ng publiko ng halimbawa walang mediation from the media or explanation from their officials. May intindihan po ba ng publiko lalo naka-English lahat yung lengguwahe ng website as far as I've seen?
Okay.
Habang nag-iisip sila ng sagot, sabihin ko lang, hindi lahat kasi yung iba hindi marunong mag-English. Di ba? So, aminin na natin. So, dapat, kailangan facilitation. Actually, hindi lahat makaka-access ng website. So, dapat, yung marunong, may access at marunong, dapat ma-facilitate in how this will need to be translated. So, kaya nga may Pag-asa Regional Services Division, they can use the local dialect in many of this information.
Di, tama yun. Ano ko lang si Dr. Rene Salidum, yung aming mga national forecast from the Weather Division ay binabato namin sa region. So, for example, for Tugigaraw, sa Bisaya and Mindanao, ginagamit nila yung local dialect. So, tinatranslate yung English at Tagalog into their own dialect. Sa Bicol at saka sa Visayas, naka-ano na yan, yung mga region natin sa Cebu, ang regional division natin sa Legazpi, naka-Bicol na, Tugigaraw. Ang hindi lang natin na yung sa ating mga brother Muslim, wala pa kasi kaming magaling na forecaster for na pwedeng is-translate into Muslim dialect.
Pero katulong natin ang PIA. Ang PIA is nagta-translate sila kung saan sila nandoon, kung ano yung lengguwahe na gamit nila, yun yung ginagamit. So yung ating forecast from English or Tagalog yon, tina-translate nila into their own dialects with the help of PIA. Kung makikita po natin, kung makapunta ka ng bandang Region 8, that is yung sa Eastern Visayas, ang karamihan dong translation is waray-waray.
Okay. We have to set levels of expectation. Who is our primary target here? Of course, we want everyone to access. But when it comes to design, planning, and intervention as to the response, we need to make sure that those who can influence in terms of design, planning, especially evacuation, would be the main user. And for the evacuation purpose, that will be the disaster risk reduction management officers. Bonus na yung mga publiko.
Okay, thank you, sir. And meron pa tayong katanungan. Okay na po, solve na tayo. Ay, Ms. Charmy, additional information? Question po ba yan?
Sagot lang po dun sa tanong nila na actually this is a soft launching. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pa kompleto yung mga products na nandun sa ating website. So, kaya nga, we will populate para mapunuan kung ano man yung kulang dun sa ating website. And we need the feedback of the general public as well as the other stakeholders para ma-tailor fit natin kung ano ba yung dapat na mas madaling maintindihan ng ating mga stakeholders. So, kailangan po namin ang support ng bawat isa para mapaganda natin yung aming bagong pag-asa. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, sir. Secretary.
Sige. Baka hindi niyo ako pakainin, hindi ako magsalita. Well, anyway, ang gusto ko lang banggitin, continuing ang ating R&D and product development as far as this sector is concerned. Natatanong ko lang kay Yusek Guevara, who is in charge of R&D. Maraming nasa pipeline ng mga R&D proposals and may mga ongoing projects pa. Most of these are focused on, number one, yung mga local equipment and instrumentation development, Kasi kailangan natin na medyo maging self-sufficient na rin dyan. Pangalawa, yung mga new models na continuously dinedevelop ng PAGASA at yung iba ding mga universities ay tumutulong. At pangatlo, yung binanggit kanina tungkol sa mga mapa, ito yung mga, tsaka mga forecast, ang demand na talaga maging more location specific. You know? So, kung gusto ng tao, kung siya taga Tandang Sora, gusto niya makita yung kung ano sitwasyon sa Tandang Sora kasi iba rin, umuulan na sa Makati pero hindi pa umuulan sa Mandaluyong, gano'n. Kaya yung mga more location-specific forecast and siguro maps din, ano. So natutuwa naman kami kasi hindi lang naman PAGASA at saka ang PBOLX, for example, at UP ang gumagawa ngayon ng mga researches na related sa disaster risk reduction. I think one of the benefits that we got out of implementing yung mga Dream LiDAR project, yung the Project NOAA program, is that we were able to really capacitate many universities, to do R&D and to be technically prepared in this particular field or area. Ilan, Eric, yung involved dyan? 16 ba? 15 universities have been capacitated to do R&D in this particular area. And even if our program ng LiDAR natapos na, sila ngayon ay gumawa na ng mga kanilang mga iba't ibang R&D project proposals na magaganda naman at mas responsive dun sa kanilang area or region. In addition, I think we will pursue our dream of being the DRR Research and Development Hub in this region, in this part of the world, kasi medyo kinikilala na rin ang Philippines in this particular area. So, ako natutuwa kasi pag nagpupunta ako sa PAGASA, yung kanilang mga trainees, inaabutan ko doon. Kahit hating gabi nandun, and I can see that we are training foreign forecasters in PAGASA. So they come to us, they recognize the competence of PAGASA in this area. And sa volcanology, itong earthquake, seismology, nilapitan tayo ng Malaysia to learn more. At saka Bhutan, no? And but Malaysia is medyo nagtaka rin ako kasi 'di ba, medyo mataas na yung kanilang states of development pero lumapit sila to gain knowledge from PBOLX in this particular area. Siguro meron akong gustong bagitin dito. And it's good that CP is here. I remember one afternoon, CP and I don't know if Yusek was there, we went to OCD, di ba? We signed an agreement. Ikaw yun. Regarding, yung mga database on damages and losses na epekto ng mga extreme conditions or mga natural disasters. Because kulang na kulang pa rin tayo sa data. And now that we are entering into the age of analytics, I think it is really high time that we go into that field or area. And lastly, I think, gusto ko lang i-commend ang PSHERD. Kasi ang PSHERD, industry and energy and emerging technology sila. But since we have no council dedicated particularly to DRR, R&D, PSHERD accepted the challenge and actually practically most of the disaster risk-related projects are handled by PSHERD. Of course, meron din naman sa PCHRD lahat ng health-related effects of disasters. At sa PICARD naman, yung more on the resiliency aspects. Dahil alam naman natin na agriculture is one of the, yung vulnerable sector when disasters come. And so, speaking of resiliency, I think ito yung sinasabi ni Yusek Solidum. Siguro you can help me with that. Ano nga yung target natin? Hindi lang yung response to disaster.
Resiliency.
Resiliency. So I think that is the word, resiliency, hindi lang business continuity, but also resiliency. So with that, I think we can end the session. Wala na siguro magtatanong. Kaya nagsalita na ako kahit wala nagtanong para makakain ako. Nagpapasalamat kami sa inyong lahat, lalong-lalo na sa media. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Secretary, for that. So, ma'am, si Ma'am Plaby kasi ang closing remarks, sir. Close na po. Okay, sir.
Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, Yusek Rowena Guevara, Yusek Rene Solidum, Administrator Malano, our officials of PAGASA, and our friends from other government agencies and also from UP, and of course the media. Magandang hapon na pala. Magandang hapon na po ngayon at alam ko gutom na tayo. I would like to thank everyone for attending this soft launching of our new website. I think we had a very good discussion, and I hope that the suggestions will be incorporated in the development of, in the finalization of this website. Nakalimutan ko pala of course, ang ating former Executive Director of PSHERD and the Deputy Engineer Sabularse. Maraming salamat pala kay Dr. CP David. Palakpakan po natin siya. Actually, siya talaga yung spearhead aside from Yusek Guevara. What we have missed actually in this project ay yung component ng IEC or Information Educational Campaign. I think this will be very important, especially to the LGUs who will be using our new website. We will incorporate this and maybe we can get some funding from PAGASA itself, or we can submit another proposal. Kanina tinatanong po ako ni Yusek Geb, after May, what will happen? Lalo na po doon sa team. Of course, we would like to have the team intact kasi hindi lahat siguro na sabihin natin perfect na yung website natin after May this year. So we will try to craft another proposal para maging intact pa yung team, at hopefully after the para pag na-finalize na po yung modernization program ng PAGASA, we hope to recruit them para yung talagang regular employees o PAGASA. So yun lang po. Magre-retire na po ako, ma'am. Okay, yun lang po at magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Flaviana Hilario, the Deputy Administrator for Research and Development. By the way, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Jasmine Correa, U.S. Peace Corps volunteer. Ms. Jasmine, she's the one actually helping PAGASA in its social media. Okay, so I understand there will be a workshop on social media this coming January 23 to 25, of course. So with that, thank you very much sa inyong lahat po. Sino pa po natin? Of course, OCD, Ms. Susan Kiambao, the Division Chief from Logistics, Operability, and Force Management Division of OCD Central Office, and of course, representative from DILG, okay, from the Office of Director. Yes, sorry, Ms. Lita Suerte, of course, the Chief of the Legislative Liaison Office of the Department of Science and Technology. And of course, full force po ang ating PAGASA executive staff. Isa-isahin ko, baka magalit sila sa akin eh. Okay, we have Dr. Cynthia Celebre, Chief of RDTD, Dr. Esperanza Kayanan, of course, Chief of Weather Division, Edna Wanilio, Chief of the Climatology Agrometeorology Division, Ms. Dr. Daniel Suarez, the Chief of the Finance and Planning Management Division. Of course, Ms. Nancy Lance, the new Chief of Southern Luzon Pag-asa Regional Service Division. Engineer Baldonado Bubut, the Chief of the Northern Luzon Pag-asa Regional Service Division. And Dr. Bonifacio Pajuelas, the Chief of the Pag-asa Regional Service Division, NCR, and the OIC of the Mindanao Pag-asa Regional Services Division. Sa lahat po na taga-Pag-asa at ibang agencies nandito, Fisher, of course, staff na nandito, maraming salamat. See you on May for the official launching. Okay, maraming salamat po. And we will have now our lunch. Please, dalawa po yata yung ating lines, no? Dalawa po. Dito sa dulo, andun sa dulo po. Pwede. Thank you.